Hey y'all, Edward the Lego Texan here with another speed build today. And today we're building set 10294 Lego Icons Titanic. And I am so thrilled that I finally get to build this. I've had this one for a bit. I've wanted it for a long time. I finally managed to get it a few months ago. And I am so looking forward to building this set. 9,090 pieces, and this officially is the largest set I own. I know if you've been following my channel, I just recently built the Coliseum. It's over there on my shelf. That was the largest set I had built until this one. Now, granted, it's only about 60 pieces difference between the Coliseum and the Titanic, but this one is still the largest by piece count that I own. Looking forward to building this for you guys today. So let's go ahead and not waste any more time discussing it. We'll discuss this more in the review on the other side. Let's get to it. So welcome back to my review of the Titanic, and this review is going to kind of jump around a little bit here. You'll see some cuts because I'm going to be taking the model apart off camera, so it doesn't take too much time here in the review. I will start with the one part that I can show you is this. The final step in the entire build was building this nameplate, and I'm not a fan of it. I'm gonna be honest about this. After building this gigantic, like 4-something feet long vessel, to build this very simplistic nameplate with using typewriter tiles on it, just seems kind of out of place. Especially since the name of the ship is printed directly on the ship. I'm using printed pieces. Adding an extra nameplate on this just seemed extra and just doesn't fit the style of the rest of the build. That's just my opinion. Because you can tell this is such an iconic vessel, you know what it looks like. So there's no need for a nameplate, but that's just my opinion. I will still display it with this as part of the build. So let's go ahead and take a look really quick at the ship complete, and then we'll start breaking down into the pieces. So we're gonna start here at the front of the ship. Very beautifully detailed. Right away you get some nice interesting build techniques to make the pointed front of the ship expanding as it goes backwards. The mast was really interesting to build there. Each of the 4 funnels, the actual funnel itself was identical on each build, but what goes underneath was different for each one. I did not showcase each of those individually on the build, but you get the idea for each one. The little lifeboats that are scattered throughout the vessel, I believe there's 8 on each side. Nice little details, and the use of all these bricks to make portholes, and the windows and the plating on the outside exteriors of the vessel, really cool. And I like the Technic propellers that they included as well. More on that in a little bit. These masts with all these string elements were interesting, sometimes a little frustrating to attach. Please excuse the mess. This is normally not my normal view. But overall, exterior wise, this is a beautiful vessel. Beautiful construction. Challenging in some areas. A little repetition going on, but not nearly as much as the Colosseum was. If you saw that review a few weeks ago, one of my complaints was the sheer repetition and all the light tan. But this model is just, it has some repetition, but not enough to make much of a complaint about. Now let's take a closer look at the front section of the ship. This consists of sections 1 and 2 that were in the instruction booklet. Section 1 was actually this piece right here, where the pointed area is of the ship and the mast and everything. Section 2 was where the first funnel is right here. Easy to construct. I like the feet that are under the entire build here. The anchors on this side right here. Creative part usage. There's black hot dog pieces that make up the anchors in this. It's just really unique. As well, you can actually take a look on the interior of this. Let me zoom in a little bit here. And you can see inside the vessel, there's different sections. The grand staircase is represented. There's even a swimming pool down there, down into the boiler rooms down the bottom part here. And you can actually see right here, all of these sections here. This is where the first connection is made. The first connection is made using one of these. Long Technic pins inserted in between. And the second set, the section 3 interlocks with here, and then you just slide this down and it locks in place, connecting the sections very securely. As also that way between sections 4 and 5 as well at the end of the build. And here's a little detail. There's a compass right here because the main bridge, I believe, is up in this area of the vessel anyway. Little repetition on the staircase section right here, but there's a variety. There's lots of different colors going on as you get into first class and down below into the boiler room. There's even the swimming pool down here on that part of the build right there. Very, very cool. Here we have sections 3 and 4, the middle part of the ship. And this one we can actually see on both sides some of that interior detail I was talking about earlier. There's the other half of the swimming pool right here. More of the first class staircase and everything in here. Still down into the engine room in this part. And up top, one little detail that I noticed, I actually have a missing piece right here where you see the single yellow stud. I'm missing one of the elbow pieces right here. I'm short one piece, so I need to contact Lego and get that. Looks like I'm also missing another one right here. But I can fix that release. I have a bunch of extra parts left over from this model. And then back here on the other side, the other open side here, we have more detail. I'm not actually too sure what these sections of the ship are, but down here you see there's now space for the engines, which I'll show you here in a little bit, on the last part of the build. Very fun. I mean, overall, all three parts of this were very fun. And you see I have it split into the 3 sections right now. This is actually for ease of movement. And so you don't move the entire thing at once. You break it into these easily transportable sections to move it around, which is what I'm going to have to do before I position it. So yeah, that was the middle section. And the final section of the ship is actually fairly long, as you can see right here. In this part, we actually get the engines. Two very cool piston-style engines. You can see right here as I turn, they're turning pistons inside. Now, this is connected to a very long set of connectors and everything, which actually connect back here to the propeller. So I'm going to turn the engine, this engine right here. Keep your eyes right here. And it spins the propeller in the back. The one in the center back has no control to turn it. That's okay. Very nice little detail feature that, you know, when they went to the trouble of putting piston engines in this model. It's an interesting design concept. I mean, this is obviously not a play set. This is a display set, but in that display are lots of nice little details that I, as a Lego enthusiast, really enjoy. All the creative part usage, even the use of angles in this. This last section was a prime example of that. You know, you have the deck which sticks out much further than the back of the tapered part of the ship. That was probably my least favorite section to construct. It had a little trouble staying together. I got it together well enough that it's going to stay together no matter what right now. But it was just very tricky to put together. Yeah, so that is my analysis of all 3 sections of the Titanic. And with that, that brings me to the end of this review. I know it was a little long. This model is very long. It took me a very long time to construct. And I am glad to have done it. I would not want to repeat it. I'm looking forward to seeing this on display in my house. It's going to be very, very beautiful. Unfortunately, it won't be able to go in my Lego room. I have no places that are long enough or tall enough to support this model without sacrificing some of the design. So it's going to have to go into our living room where we have a nice long bookcase that this will stand on. I may end up at one point getting a display case for this to protect it because we have some animals in the house who like to climb on different things. I hate to have this knocked over and broken. And until we're able to do that, it's actually going to stay here in my Lego room, kind of safe, out of the way. I may leave it broken into different sections for easy storage for right now. But it'll be very easy to display once that's all done. So I'm glad to have finally finished this. I'm looking forward to actually getting back into some smaller builds again. On a personal note, this summer has been, I'm not sure why I planned it this way, where I built the Coliseum and then a couple weeks later turn around and build the Titanic 2, 9,000 piece plus pieces, so over 18,000 Lego parts that I had to assemble. I will say that the Titanic was much more interesting than the Coliseum as far as build techniques, color techniques, a lot more color variety in this one than the Titanic and the Coliseum. I think there's maybe like half a dozen colors in that set as far as like the structure goes. This one, there is numerous, and other unique pieces. No stickers. There were no stickers in this set. A couple printed parts, and the flags are not Lego pieces, but they're like that very sturdy plastic that you find sometimes in sales and stuff like that. I am grateful for the experience, would not wish to repeat it, and with that, I'm going to bring this review to a close. Thank you for watching this far. If you like what you've seen, please give me a like and a subscribe. Please also follow me on my other socials, TikTok and Instagram, both of which are linked in the description of this video. And that'll do it for today, guys. Keep on building. Bye.